You don't kick the camera.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hello all.
Hello all.
I am here back with Rebecca Ridout. It's lovely to have you back.
Thanks for having me.
And we are going to do another Matt's Musical Talk, episode 2. First of all, Billy Elliot.
Turned 10.
10 years
Happy
old.
birthday, Billy Elliot.
Yeah, which is a lovely thing.
What have you seen since we last did a musical
Nothing.
talk? Shut up. You've not seen anything.
No.
Oh my gosh. I don't want to say what I've seen.
What have you seen?
I saw Romeo and Juliet, Merchant of Venice. Then I went to see Jouot's Tring Park grad show. Then I went to see a Amdram version of Sister Act in Putney. I've seen High Society at the Old Vic, Man and Superman at the National Theatre, Carrie the musical, and I saw Wicked on Thursday.
Oh my god, we've got so much to talk about. What do you think of Carrie?
Oh, I loved it. It's amazing.
I want to see it.
You need to go. It's incredible.
Well, everyone knows she gets covered in blood.
Yeah, that's the poster. Yeah.
Yeah.
Covered in blood, like telekinesis powers.
And where's
Not got
that?
long.
Southwark?
Yeah, only till the 30th, so go, 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 go.
Go. Yes. Billy
How many
Elliot.
times have you seen Billy Elliot?
I've seen it twice. How many times have you seen it?
3. But that's
Oh,
why.
you beat me again. It's not even a quiz.
But at Christmas, I got the DVD from Santa of Billy Elliot Live, and then when we were at Curve, we watched it,
You did?
and I cried like a baby. It was Matt here, me, and my friend Paul, and I was just in the middle of them sobbing, and they were giving it.
But we knew. We knew when you were about to cry. You started. And so we were both like looking at you and giggling.
In preparation, I knew the sad bit was coming, so I
Yes.
could already start crying.
I noticed in the last musical talk when you were playing that Mandy Patinkin thing.
Yeah.
You can see in that clip. I'll put it here now.
I miss it too much.
You can see her getting really like choking up.
I love musical theatre. We're all in this together, Jack. There is another way.
Now I haven't seen London Road.
You didn't see London Road! You didn't see London Road! You didn't see London Road!
No. Actually, I think to be fair to me, I was away working. on
It had
tour.
two times it was at the National. No excuse.
But I watched the trailer for it last night. Meh.
Oh, I knew you'd be like this.
It's putting something that has been written specifically for the stage into a film. I just think, do you know what occurred to me about it was that,
Yeah.
oh, and I'll put a link for the trailer down below.
Watch it.
But what occurred to me was that the ensemble sing together
Yes.
quite a lot. It's a bit like the Into the Woods film.
Yeah, you can't
It's
have them
fine
all
when
on stage.
when the ensemble characters are singing.
Yeah.
But in a film, you have to have one shot, so you end up with like one person singing with lots of other people in the background, and that, to me, that doesn't work.
Okay, yeah.
But having said that, you know, I haven't, wait to see the film. I'll definitely go and
I mean,
see
I'm
it.
with you on that.
All the words in the film and the stage show are actual words that people spoke about what
Yeah,
happened.
in interviews about what happened. And it's literally based on the voice pattern, so as our voices go up and down, that's exactly what happens with the notes. You didn't see London Road! And
Yeah.
so
Which really,
almost like speech, which is amazing.
it's almost like recitative kind of type sort of thing,
Yeah,
isn't it, really?
yeah.
Mm.
Like, I don't know how you felt about Into the Woods.
I liked it, but
I
it
enjoyed it
made
for what it
me,
was.
it made me want to see the stage show again.
Yeah.
And I have faith in the people that are doing it, and also I have to say the actors, because they've got all the actors from the original
From the West
production.
End cast.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Kate Fleetwood, who was in London Road,
Yeah.
is now the lead in
High Society. It's been reviewed and got very, extremely mixed reviews.
Extreme mix.
Like from 5 stars down to 2 stars.
Blows my mind a bit because I saw it and I thought it was incredible.
A couple of the reviews I read were talking about like it being a bit sort of style over content, and that's nothing to do with...
Yeah, that's nothing to do with them, it's just the piece is
the
a bit...
piece.
The choreography is incredible. They have written a part in for a pianist called Joe Stilgo, and he does this huge jazz improvised section, and it's all like a right hoop, but that's not the piece, that's what they've done with it.
I want people to do new things because there's so much.
I love people reviving a flop. Carrie, thank God they revived that.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the best things I've seen this year.
But Carrie's one of those things, like I've heard about Carrie and I've listened to recordings of the original show, you know, when it was over on Broadway, and it lasted for about a week.
It did off Broadway, didn't it? It was off Broadway, not on Broadway. I don't think it ever actually made it to Broadway.
Going on the laptop. Carrie, because it was Broadway.
Oh, Broadway!
See, it was Betty Buckley and Lindsay Haley.
Yeah.
Lindsay Haley went over to Broadway to do it as well. 16 previews and 5 performances.
Whoosh.
But I've known about that production and listened to the recordings of that production, like dodgy ones. There's a bit where she's Carrie comes home and her mother's like putting her in the
puts her in the cupboard.
Yeah.
Eve was weak. So
yeah. She's just like mental.
Psychotic.
Yeah, loved it.
Kim Criswell is phenomenal. You've just got to go see it for her.
I did go to Friday night's music night on Friday, and I had the BBC Concert Orchestra there,
that's good.
and Caroline Sheen. Have you ever heard of her? And Jimmy Johnson, he was there. Yeah, who we worked with, and Jack Shalhoub.
Yeah.
And the Overtones.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, they were all like tight little black suits and slicked hair.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
For radio, not being seen.
Yeah, I know, they were really dressed up. Memphis is about to do a recast because Killian Donnelly is leaving to go into Kinky Boots, which we talked about last time.
Yeah.
But they have recast Killian, who is like, I would say a well-known West End musical theatre actor.
Wendy.
With a guy called Matt Cardle.
Yes.
Now, Matt Cardle was a winner of X Factor. I don't know, like 3-4 years ago. And as far as I'm aware, he has not had any on-stage experience. Now, I'm not saying that this is necessarily a bad thing or that he won't be able to do the job as well as Killian. We don't know that.
We don't know that, yeah.
I think the question is, why do producers decide to put someone like Matt Cardle into a job?
It's a risk, isn't it? It's a big... If you think about it, they think about it as like financial, woohoo, celebrity, but then you're also taking a massive risk. But people question Beverly, and then Beverly's been phenomenal. And who else was in Bodyguard? Like Alexandra Burke, and people raved about her.
And then also I think there are probably like at least 5 other people who I could think of that could play that part. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing I actually start to wonder as we're talking about it, because he's not had much of a profile. I mean, he's working on album stuff, and apparently he's working on an album at the moment, which I guess may come out. But you know, then I start to wonder, well, maybe they just got him in and he did a brilliant audition. I mean, he certainly can sing, and I guess as musical theatre actors, we're a little bit precious about.
People are funny about, But I remember Sam Bailey, when I watched her on the X Factor, she was one of the only people I like literally tuned in to watch. And I remember saying, she's going to work in musical theatre just because she's got the most incredible belt and passion when she sings, and I thought she'd be amazing in Priscilla. It's one of the divas. Like, I think she does have a musical theatre career ahead of her, and it's just that she's kind of gonna, people go about it a different way. My friend Jordan Lee Davies, who's in
I know Jordan.
Les Mis at the moment, when he was on The Voice, he like fought back for musical theatre performers because they kept making comments, and he was like, you don't understand that what musical theatre performers do is really hard. And I think Jordan would probably say that the profiles helped him a bit, but he had his own credibility before he did it, He trained in musical theatre and just has an incredible voice that can you know, do pop as well, and so that was an avenue that he could try for his career.
I think sometimes it's hard to sort of quantify what these things do. For the people that win, you know, obviously, you know, it helps. But you know, like Jodie Prenger's about to do
Tell Me on a Sunday, and she's Calamity Jane at the moment.
Yeah.
Like I just did, obviously Helena Blackman came second to Connie Fisher for Sound of Music, and I just did Sound of Music with her, and she was a glorious Maria. So I was trying to think of what's happened in the 3 weeks that I've seen Matt, and not that many stagey things have happened, but a big thing that's had an effect is obviously the result of the election. That's the elephant in the room for the arts industry in the last 2 weeks. But I just wanted to talk about a charity called Arts Emergency. If austerity is like crushing people's hopes, they're trying to give them their hope back in helping disadvantaged people who would most benefit from an arts education, helping them get there because they don't have the means to do it themselves. The other day, Jessica Hines in her BAFTA speech said, "I don't think low income means low talent or low education or low intelligence," and she urged people to support Arts Emergency.
I know my old drama college apparently are asking for like higher grades to get into places. Now.
You have to get,
which is, you know, I talked to some of you know, I graduated drama college in 1997, and I talked to some people, you know, in my sort of year and around my years, and we were saying, you know, we wouldn't get in. And so, you know, you shouldn't have to be
of a certain academic ability.
No.
You shouldn't have to be of a certain affluent background.
No.
So I think as an industry we really need to look after the next bunch and help them. I mean, I've only just graduated, but I'm already thinking about people that won't be able to do it under the new cuts that are going.
Well, I think that's the thing. There's going to be more cuts, aren't there?
Arts Emergency, like, they have two things that they do. One is that they financially help the people get on the track that they should be, but they also have mentoring schemes. It might be something that you'd be good for. So you volunteer your time either via email or via face-to-face. They hold like meetings and things, and so it's basically about being an industry professional and giving advice to someone who's starting out. I saw a quote the other day that was a Charles Dickens that said, "No one is useless in the world who lightens the burden of another," and I thought that was a really nice sentiment, because you feel useless, you feel powerless when it's just the powers that be that make the decisions. So even if you're just helping one person, lightening their burden by giving them advice or giving them a tenner, you know, you're not useless.
I've had quite a few people, my lovely subscribers, the 339 of you, asking me for advice and things like that, and I just want to say that please ask me for advice, and if you want me to do a video about something, or me and Rebecca to do a video about something like auditions or how to get into the business or what it's really like, well, I mean, hopefully I give you a good idea of what it's really like, but you know, just ask, send me a tweet, comment below, and I will try and answer all your questions. But I will also put a link for Arts Emergency down below, and I've already looked at their website, but I'll be going back to have a look. Thank you so much.
Thanks for
coming
having
again.
me.
It's been lovely to talk. It's always nice to just have a little natter about stuff.
Isn't it?
That's what it's about, isn't it? Okay, so thank you very much for watching. If you've got this far, well done once again.
Thank you.
Lots of love. I will see you in a couple of days, but for now, bye!
I saw a quote the other day.
Blooper!